It's Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. I'm in Norwich, Connecticut right now on a blistering hot day. It's like 90, low 90s, extremely humid. I'm going to take a ride up to Griswold, Connecticut. I haven't really covered. I've done Jewett City several times, and I'm going to do some of Griswold. I'm not familiar with Griswold. I mean, I've been through there, once or twice in my life, no question about that. But I'm not an expert on what road leads where and this section or that section. I don't know any of the details of the fine details as if I grew up there or if I lived there my whole life. But I'm going to try to cover some territory. Now, this isn't going to be a comprehensive, wall-to-wall coverage of Griswold. I think that would be difficult for me to pull off. I don't have, all the time in the world. That would take a while. I think Griswold, if I'm not mistaken, covers a decent amount of territory. It's a beautiful day right now. It's it's hot and humid, but visually the clouds are very impressive. There is one potential downside, is that a kind of a thunderstorm could crop up, which would result in me terminating this video. But right now, I think things will probably be okay. This might come later on in the day, so hopefully we'll get lucky and we don't have to cut things short. I like to do one take if I can. I like to do one unedited start to finish video with no slices in between. Sometimes I have to, but I try to avoid it as I drive on 395 north right now. As I mentioned earlier, I've done Jewett City a few times. I've done some of Plainfield. I want to cover more of Plainfield. I've done Lisbon, a lot of Lisbon. I think I would consider it a comprehensive, coverage of Lisbon, Connecticut. I might have missed a little, maybe a one-way street here or there, but I think I did 2 or 3 days of driving around Lisbon. Again, it's not a town I'm from, so I do these drives, and Norwich, I can tell you the roads like the back of my hand, but I get into a town like Plainfield, Lisbon, Preston, Griswold, whatever, and I don't know the roads very well at all, especially because I hit a lot of back roads and things that I normally have never done. Little road work back there. If I took the next exit, that would bring me into Baltic, Hanover, Versailles. But we're going to forge ahead. Actually, the next exit, 18, that would also put me in Ockham and Taffville. The Taffville section of Norwich. Penema Mills is down there. Canterbury Turnpike right above, and that bridge we just passed under is Canterbury Turnpike. But I do like the visuals, the clouds, kind of dramatic. Storm clouds are coming in. Later on, there's a chance of severe thunderstorms. We could get absolutely hammered by these storms later on, or not. It's one of those situations where if it hits you, you're going to get buried with a lot of rain and lightning and all that stuff. And if it misses you, then you're not going to get a drop. Personally, I would like to get rain. I mean, things are starting to dry up a little bit, the lawns and, whatever. I mean, watering lawns, depending on the size, is a kind of an expensive proposition right now, and there's nothing like rain to water a lawn. So Canterbury, there's a sign back there. This is Preston Allen Road right above us. I believe that's in Lisbon. So if I got off this exit on the right there, that would be Lisbon, exit 19. I mean, I covered everything. The Royal Ballroom, I have a separate video on that in Lisbon. I kind of walked around. I drove there and I walked around. More bridge work. Guys are working on it right now as we pass under this bridge. But I love the look of the storm clouds. I don't particularly, it's happened a few times where I had to, it started raining and I had to immediately shut things down, and you never saw the video. I have some of those, but I don't want to get my camera too wet. Because it could ruin it. So, okay, exit 21, Griswold, Jewett City. Now, I could get off this exit. And, yeah, I think I will. I can get off this one, I get off the next one. You got a lot of options. But I'll get off this one. If I was going to Home Depot in Lisbon or Lowe's is up there, there's Walmart, giant Walmart. There's I don't know, dozens, I'll say dozens of stores at that complex in Lisbon if I took a left. But we're not going to do that. So, I mean, they call it a mall, but I always assume a mall was something you could walk inside, like the Crystal Mall. You walk around, and there's stores in there. These things, you walk from the parking lot into the store. If you want to go to the next store, you have to walk outside and walk over to the next store. They're not, it's not a covered mall, but I think malls are way out of fashion. So we're driving, I think we're technically in Lisbon right now still, but we're heading towards Griswold. We're heading towards Jewett City. I'm going to go over a couple of bridges up here. Again, I'm stress testing my camera due to the fact the humidity is, it's off the charts. And it's, I don't know, 93, I think, when I left the house, whatever. It's a blazing hot day. But if I'm in a comfortable car with air conditioning, I don't feel it. I see things around me. I see people walking on the side of the road once in a while, and they're kind of dragging along. So, the humidity is the thing that really nails you. Strain Family Motors to my right. Full service department. We service all makes and models. Again, I am still in Lisbon. Green Onion Pizza is down here on the right. Green Onion Pizza Restaurant. They've been there for many, many years. I would say decades. They have really good food there. Excellent tuna grinder. Good pizza. And and let's just cruise down the road here a little bit. We're going to go over a couple of rivers. Now let's see here. There's two rivers in parallel. All right, we're crossing into Griswold right now, and then, you know, Jewett City is the borough. I think it's the Patchogue River. Okay, hang on a minute here. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a... Let me keep my eyes open. I got a red light here. I'm going to take a right. At this. Well, you know, I could drive through Jewett City. Yeah, let me drive through Jewett City. I'll go straight through the city. I've done it a million times. And it's... I love Jewett City. It's a very nice little town. Real New England charm, no doubt. So, yeah, we just went over the Patchogue River. Anyways, okay, let me keep my eyes open here. Yeah, they got all the flags out. We just had the 4th of July, and they have welcome signs with sunflowers and Sunflower Capital. I think that's what it says. But anyways, I'm driving right through the heart of Jewett City. Wow, they're doing big work on that building back there to the right-hand side. Okay, it's 93. Jewett City Savings Bank says 93. I assume that's relatively accurate. Let's take a right here. I mean, I'm on Main Street right now. I'm going to take a right onto... You know, I gotta... Give me a second for my GPS to kick in. Jewett City Greenhouse is right there. Legendary. I'm on Ashland Street. I knew that, but... Sometimes you forget these details. Especially when you don't, you know, travel in these parts as often as people that live here. I mean, it's second nature to those guys. But I'm not going to Clark Lane there to my right. All right, here's Elm Street. I'm going to go down Elm Street. I want to get on Clark Lane. I'm on Elm Street. This is the Jewett City section of Griswold. Now, is this a dead end? Kind of continues down, but I don't know. You know what? I'm going to turn around. It kind of looks like a driveway. I'm going to turn around. I want to hit Clark Lane real quick. Yeah, that's not a through street down there. You know, this car is... I love this car. But it's a big car. It's a you know, long, large car. And sometimes maneuvering around these little driveways and slipping in these little, you know, side road situations that I get myself into, well, it's doable, but it can be real tight sometimes. The mill houses in front of us used to be, you know, factories, and man, I gotta tough getting out of here. Okay, but those mill houses, I always loved mill houses. All right, here's Clark Lane. That thing comes up on you instantaneously. I'm pretty sure this is another... It's not a through street, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. There's a multifamily, or a couple of multifamily dwellings down here. So maybe I can turn around. But if anybody's ever lived on Clark Lane, I got you covered. I'm going to back up and work my way out of here. No one can say that this car, this particular vehicle that I'm driving now, hasn't had a lot of, you know, situations where I'm doing some hardcore maneuvering and backing up and going forward and back and twists and turns. All right, these guys, Let's take a look at these smaller, I think they're apartments or, single family, maybe, I don't know. They seem to be connected. Let me back up a little bit here. Again, we're doing a lot of backing up. I have a couple of videos where I actually put the camera on the back of my car and then reverse the entire video, which was kind of fun. But anyways, we covered Clark Lane in Jewett City, the Jewett City, borough of Griswold. And there's more mill houses. There's mill houses in Taffville. There's mill houses, a lot of towns. And New England's loaded with them. We're back on Ashland Street. Let's work our way around Griswold a little bit. All right, we're going to take a right onto Pleasant View Street. There's something up here called Ledgewood. Must be apartments. Yeah, it looks like a really nice apartment complex down here. Ledgewood Apartments. Pleasant View. I'm going to assume at one point in time, before everything was kind of, the trees and everything were grown up, there was a pleasant view from this location. Obviously a nice, quiet area out in the country. The Connecticut countryside. What is that? Pleasant View Estates. Luxury townhouses. Let's go down Ann Street. Why am I going down Ann Street? Well, there's a school down here that I want to take a look at. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, there it is, right in front of me. Griswold Middle School. I'll just take a swing through. Again, this is probably, I don't know. The experts would know the answer to this. Is this part of Jewett City? Or is this, full-blown Griswold? I don't know. I mean, it's Griswold, but is it part of the borough is what I'm trying to say. There you go. Middle school. They used to call these things junior high and this type of thing, but I don't know. For some reason, like Kelly in Norwich was Kelly Junior High when I went there. Now it's Kelly Middle School. Why did they change that name? I don't. Seems like a pain in the neck to change all those signs and everything. Okay, let's see here. Griswold Middle School. If anybody knows the history or the reason that they changed the terminology from junior high to middle school, let me know. I'd be very curious. All right, apparently this team was called the Griswold Wolverines. The sign down there says Griswold is a baseball field, and it says softball. Here's a look at the back of the middle school right there. It's modernized. There's no question about that. I mean, this is an older school, but this is a much more modern. All right, now let me take a look. Elementary school, main entrance, high school, main entrance, if I go straight. And I think I will. I'm not sure which one's which. Let's take a look, see if there's any big sign telling me. Yeah, the Griswold Wolverines. Okay, to the left is the elementary school. Let me take a cruise around that just for a second. Okay, there we go. We get a look at that. Griswold Elementary School. Again, new construction, or maybe refurbished the older school. I'm guessing because it looks like modern. This might have been, modernized maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago. I don't know, but it's definitely new. Griswold Elementary School. They have a Wolverine paw on their... wow, look at that sky. Oof. Oh, that's nice. So when I turn this car, that's a good view right there. Griswold Middle School to the right. To the left is the high school. Again, that looks new. New-ish. So we'll point right at that thing. I'm going to wait a second for some vehicle to pass in front of me. The NFA have the Wildcats. Norwich Free Academy Wildcats. Griswold, the Wolverines. It's always a very menacing animal. Let's see here. That's a soccer field right in front of us there. I'll just kind of peruse the area right here. Actually, let me get a... people people sometimes see me driving around, and I'm driving zigzagging every which way you can think of. People look at me sometimes, guys walking around or whatever, and they got to be thinking, what in God's name is this guy doing? Another cool view. Hopefully some of those clouds don't nail us. I mean, I think there's football and soccer down there, by the way. All right, here's another view of the high school. Home of the Wolverines. Now that is Griswold High is a beautiful school. I'm talking visually. Okay, whoever did this, whoever designed this, did it right. I mean, sometimes people kind of mess things up, or you get a shot, you get one crack, and somebody's got to make a decision on what, they lay out a bunch of options for you, different, architectural. Wow, there's a big football field down below. I don't know if I can get down there from here. Let me see. But you get offered multiple. They have an incredible. Sorry for. I'm just looking down at the Wolverine football, field and track. It's absolutely off the charts, beautiful. I hope I can get down there. I should have just did a comprehensive. Walk around, although it would be a massive walk on a hot day like today, so I'm glad I'm driving. But let me see if I can, how does this work? I'm not sure. Let me see if this leads down. We might not be able to see it. I'd like to see it from above. I don't think so. Yeah, there's trees to my left blocking, because I'll have to take a walk down here and do an on-the-ground look at this field. We're not going to be able to see the field. I mean, side view. It's not going to do us any good. Actually, you know what? I think if I drive up behind this thing and turn around, I might be able to, I think I might be able to get a view. I hope they don't have security, because I will be thrown out of here unceremoniously if the pattern holds, because they don't like people driving around schools and things like that with cameras on their car. It just looks really, really weird. All right, here's that other field I mentioned. That's nice, but the one that you're about to see is incredible. Hopefully you can see it if I can get close enough to the edge here. All right, there's a school to the right in the back of the high school. Look at that field. Look at that track. I mean, wow. That's a knock your socks off situation we got going here. There's somebody jogging around the thing right now. A couple of people walking. I mean, it's blistering hot out there. Let me linger on that for a second. Impressive. Did not know about that. First time I'm ever seeing that. Okay. I am just in awe. I mean, that is like, wow, guys. Whoever did that, you know, construction and put that thing together. Spectacular work. You're not going to see a lot of people jogging around that thing today with that humidity and that, you know, 93 degree. That's a combo that'll do a job on you. But we're going to work our way out of here carefully. All right. I mean, man. Definitely a tip of the hat to whoever put this this Griswold High School and all these, you know, fields and all this together. As I was saying earlier, a lot of times you're presented with, you know, the city council or, you know, whatever, the government of the city will look at plans that architects, you know, prices and all these different things. And they'll look at the plans and they choose, and if they make a great choice, you know, you're going to have to live with it for 100 years, whatever. You're definitely through your lifetime. If you make a terrible choice and the design is, you know, when it's all said and done, it's not flattering and it's kind of unappealing to the naked eye. And I've seen it happen. I'm not going to mention any specific buildings in Norwich that I happen to, where I live, but man, there's a couple of big mistakes, I'm sorry to say. Griswold did not make that mistake, as it darkens ominously right now, and I do get a little hesitation about the storm kicking in a little quicker than I thought. I'm on Preston Road right now. I got to make sure I'm staying. I don't want to hit Voluntown. I have full coverage of Voluntown. I think I'm going to turn around at Exxon. Well, let me go up a little bit. I'm not 100% sure I'm in Griswold. That, you know, that's the problem with me not being, you know, fluent in Griswold roadways and side streets and this type of thing. But I mean, if it doesn't rain, we got some great visuals for storm clouds. If it does rain, this video ends instantaneously. But we got Griswold High School and middle school and elementary school in. That's important. I'm going to turn around unless, you know what? I'm going to assume I'm in Griswold. If I see anything that makes me think otherwise, I'll bail out. Okay, there was some sign back there with the word Griswold on it, so that's good news. What is this? River Ridge Golf Course Tap House. Yeah, I'm not going to go in there, but it's a golf course. And tap house and probably restaurant and other stuff. But, man, I kind of want to go on another. What is this road? Brewster Road. I mean, it sounds... I think I'm heading to Preston. I'm going to turn around. Hidden Acres, Strawberry Park. Yeah, no, we don't want to. Beautiful landscapes out here. I mean, if I'm in Griswold, fantastic. If I'm not, I'm going to turn around at some point here. I hope it doesn't rain, because, I mean, just to the naked eye, it's absolutely stunning right now out here. You know, real powerful storm clouds. Preston Road. Yeah, I got to turn around. I keep looking for a place to turn around. What is... some of the, you know, the driveways, it's a little tight. I got somebody on my tail right now, so I don't want to do that. Alright, what's up here? Man, some guy's like really riding my bumper back there. Okay, I can turn here. Burton Road. And I'll turn around and head back. Look at those storm clouds. Woo, man, I tell you, that is awesome. Let me find a nice place to turn around. Wow, this guy's just got a new driveway. Can't turn around there. Burton Road. I don't know where it leads, and I don't want to end up, sneak down here just a little bit. It looks like some kind of it might open up a little bit down there. But again, I don't want to, like, all of a sudden I'm in the middle of Preston. Nothing again. I love Preston. I have a comprehensive coverage of Preston. Very long video. Tons of footage. All right, I'm going to turn around right here. Burton Road. I'm sure somebody's, like, super disappointed. Why didn't he go down just a little bit? I live down there. This is the Lynn Corporation. This mine conforms to all MSHA regulations. There's a mine of some kind down there. My biggest complaint with any GPS, I don't know how this one's an old unit, is they don't tell you, and I've mentioned this before, like right on the top of the GPS, it should say the town you're in. Like Griswold, Preston, Lisbon, Canterbury, whatever. That would be really awesome. Wow, a bunch of cows on a big field to my left. We're out in the country. The beauty of Griswold is you get to, enjoy that country living, like that beautiful red barn to our left. You get to enjoy country living. And you're 10 minutes away from every convenience you could possibly think of. Grocery stores, gas stations, doctors, dentists, any kind of shopping you need to do, clothing, whatever, hardware, Home Depot, it's all within arm's length. So you get the benefit of the best of both worlds. Live in the country. All the cool stuff that's in a more metropolitan area is minutes away. We're back on Preston Road. Heading towards areas in Griswold, Connecticut. Now, that sky in front of me, it looks a little less menacing right now. But, look at that good view, right? That sweeping kind of S curve in the road with those glorious clouds. This is Connecticut, George Palmer Road back there to my left. I could pull into the back there, Brewster Road. Very intriguing. Brewster Road. You know what? All right, there's the Tap House and all that. River Ridge Golf Course open to the public. I'm going to get more towards the guaranteed Griswold area. I haven't seen any signs that say town line or there's usually in Connecticut green signs. If I'm going from, say, Griswold to Preston, when I cross over the threshold, it would say, "Welcome to Preston, established in, 16 whatever," and all this type of thing. Barber Road back there, no outlet. Robert Street back there. Okay, we got a green light. A camera apparently, operating very well in this 93-degree humid weather conditions that we're experiencing right now. Oak Tree Village. I believe could be elderly housing down there. All right, I got some signs. If I take a left, Jewett City. If I take a right, it's going to bring me more towards the Patchogue area, which again, I want to stick to. I want to stick to Griswold, I think. I mean, guys, I'm not from Griswold. I'm going to assume right now I'm in a portion of Griswold. I have to be. I mean, Griswold High is right down the road, so. Yeah, it's a yellow light. I'm extremely cautious. I'll just cruise right through it. So this temporarily puts us back on Pleasant View. And I have to say, it is very pleasant. Pewter Drive to my left back there, no outlet. It's 2:49 right now. So I burned up a decent amount of time on that school, which was, for lack of a better term, glorious. In the fall, I should come up there and do a walk around. I've done Norwich Free Academy. I mean, Norwich Free Academy is more of a, a lot of the buildings are, historically significant. There's Slater Memorial Museum, things of that nature, really old, vintage construction, and it's quite a sight. But for new construction, I'm on Taylor Hill Road right now. For new construction, Griswold High, I think, is unmatched. Now this is the VFW. Let me see. Jewett City VFW. All guests welcome. Food available. Dennis Lane on my right. Keenan Street, no outlet. So technically this is maybe Jewett City, which is, again, Griswold, but the borough. St. John Road, no outlet to my left. If you get down St. John Road, all the way down the end there, if memory serves me, there's a farm down there. Beautiful farmland. As I cruise down Taylor Hill Road, let me take a look. Straight ahead. Okay, I'm going over 395 on this bridge, I think. I mean, it looks, yeah, it's 395. More beautiful New England walls to my left. Sweeping, winding roads. There's a pond with lily pads on it back there. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Property for sale up here. On Taylor Hill Road. Gotta be careful. There's little signs, hidden drive. You gotta really watch it. You don't want to be flying over one of those hills and somebody's backing out of one of those hidden drives. All right, what is this here now? Let me see. Oakville Road. Okay, now I'm still on Taylor Hill. That's going to bring me out to, well, let's take a look. It's going to bring me out to Voluntown Road, I think. Okay, I don't want to go to Voluntown. I want to stick with Griswold if I can. As we wait for traffic. Decent amount of traffic on what appears to be Voluntown Road, according to my GPS. So, you don't want to take any chances. These cars, they're moving at a decent rate of speed. So it's got to be really crystal clear on both sides to take the jump out onto Voluntown Road. Now, this person in front of me, I don't know why they're not moving, because there we go. All right, we're out on Voluntown Road. You got Napa Auto Parts out here. You got a gas station. Citgo on my right. Auto sales and repairs. What is this? Henderson Roofing. Oh yeah, let me pull in here. American Polish Citizens. This was a lot of things. This was, right now it says Bikers Welcome. American Polish Citizens Members Club, right smack in front of us. I got to get that. They used to be, it was a Chinese restaurant. It was a lot of different things. But now American Polish Citizens Club. Very important to a lot of people that, you know, like to hang out there. Or did hang out there back in the old days. Let's see if I can get out of here. Okay, we made it. Pine Road to my right. I feel like I got to get off on one of these side streets here pretty soon. Let me go up here just a little bit. On Voluntown Road. I'm starting to eat up some serious, some of the clock is, you know, it's ticking. Alright, we got a red light. Or it may be green by the time I get there, but there is a light ahead. Goldstein Road back there to my right. Alright. I think I'll initially take a right. I'm in Griswold. I'll initially take a right. Bethel Road. Oh yeah, legendary. I'm going to take a right, and then I'll turn around at some point. Browning Road. Wow, one-lane road ahead. That'll be nice to grab some footage of the construction or whatever they're doing up here. Again, beautiful Connecticut country road. You live out here? Okay, here's the one-lane part. Now this is... be real careful around this corner. Okay. Whoa. Work my way around some of these cones. So I don't know what they were doing. Some form of, you know, multiple areas that are all dug up. So Bethel Road, Janice Lane back there to my left. But I'm going to turn around. I'll drive a little ways. I'm going to turn around. Get a little taste of Griswold. I should look at a map. What is this? Stetson Road. It's another interesting... You know, I see these things. I want to take every road. I can't do it, but... If anybody, you know, occasionally I get requests. Road work ahead, hidden drive. I got to be real careful. Occasionally I'll get requests, and I will try to do them if I can. But I'm going to turn around. Get a few vehicles coming this way. That's pretty cool. Operating a steamroller and directing traffic at the same time. I mean, that's what I call multitasking right there. I don't know if I should pass this guy. He's barely moving. Part of the machinery to work on that road back there. Okay, let me turn in here. Kenwood. Let's get out here. Let's get out Kenwood Estates or road, or let's just follow the path. Beautiful pine trees on both sides. There's a landscaping crew working on something over here. Planting shrubbery, I believe. You know, this could lead to Patchogue Pond. If I could be wrong on that, but yeah, this is a beautiful neighborhood. The homes, yeah, these are all, you know, this is a high-end neighborhood. Very well maintained. I mean, I love the beautiful thing about these areas in Connecticut are the foliage, the trees, the variety. It's incredible. I mean, look at that house right there. Wow. That's like a, mansion, I think, behind it. Let me keep going. I think behind that is Patchogue Pond. Again, I could be wrong. Not 100% sure. I think, but I'm not positive. I mean, there's an enormous body of water. As evidenced on my GPS. But it doesn't say the name. It's another element of these GPSs. I wish it would name the body of water, the lake or, rivers, streams. So I'm on Kenwood. It doesn't say Kenwood Road, it just says Kenwood. Let me take a left. I'm going to work my way back. What is this thing right here? Rook Point Drive. I got a feeling it's a cul-de-sac, just a dead end or a cul-de-sac, a turnaround. Cul-de-sac, I've heard that term for years. I have no idea. Is that French? I don't even know what it means. It means like this. It actually looks like a trail. I mean, this looks like a legit trail into the Patchogue Forest. Now, that's cool. You're walking around the Patchogue Forest, and you come out in a beautiful Kenwood Estates. They got underground wiring. This is a well-thought-out area. Who are the planners. I mean, if you're going to do it right. Sometimes people, again, I've seen mistakes. I'm not going to mention, to the right of me, boats and kayaks and things. I don't know if that's rentable. What is it called? Kenwood Association. You know what? I don't know if I'm allowed to drive down there, but let me just slip in here. So if you live up here, man, I hope this is legit. I mean, as far as driving on it, I'm going to have to turn around. I don't want to get, in trouble. Yeah, let me turn around. It's a little parking lot. Private property and all this. Okay, obviously I shouldn't be down here. But I'll just give you guys a look at what I believe to be Patchogue Pond. You got to live here to, this isn't open to the general public. Right there, it's, again, wide-angle lens in the distance. You get a beautiful little gazebo, private property. So you can't come here if you don't live here in this Kenwood Estates area. But we got a glimpse. Sometimes we got to break the rules a little bit. Nothing, I'm not going too over the top here. It's just a quick glance, but all right, I'm going to work my way out of the Kenwood area. And back out onto whatever road I was on. I don't know, Bethel Road? I don't know. But I'm going to work my way out. Slowly but surely, inch by inch, we're covering portions. Ooh, I'm tempted to get out here. Kelsey Circle. Okay, it's another circle, but it gives us a good look at some, mind-blowing houses. I mean, look at that thing. Ooh. Right smack on the Patchogue, I think, pond. I mean, if it isn't Patchogue Pond, it probably is. Let me get a full shot of this mansion right here. Look at that. I mean, I hope I'm centering that up good with my... I'm sure he's got security cameras looking at me right now, but it's just an impressive structure and impressive neighborhood. I like underground wiring. See that? No telephone poles. Telephone poles are an antiquated... idea. They were around in the 1800s. I mean, it's 2000 whatever right now, 2025. I mean, we still have telephone poles? That's kind of ridiculous. Whoa, I just saw a big raindrop. This could be trouble, folks. Whoa, more raindrops. There's sun and rain right now, but I gotta be careful. So if I'm gonna shut down, it's gonna be an abrupt ending. My apologies if that does happen. Hopefully there isn't a drop of rain on the lens of the camera right now, because that can get real bad. Whoa. The rain's picking up. I mean, I'm gonna inch forward and hope things are okay, and just hopefully that's an extremely isolated situation. So yeah, I'm back on Bethel. It's 3:04. I'm gonna have to come to a conclusion here eventually. Anyways, we're being waved back on this little one lane situation on this, they're doing the construction we saw earlier. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I mean, the sun's out, but there are rain droplets coming down. I can hear them hitting the car. I can see them hitting the windshield. Not a lot. But again, be prepared for an abrupt ending to this video, unless we get lucky. See, I like driving a little quicker if I can, but now we're going to be behind this, I don't know, backhoe. There's some Rillbrook Road. There's different old Bethel Road. I'm tempted, but I can't. I don't have the time to really crisscross every conceivable back road. I'd love to. Do not have the time today to do that. All right, this is going to bring me back out to... Yeah, I want to cross over. I want to keep going on, I think, Bethel Road. So let me do my windshield wipers. Okay, I don't see any more droplets. When I say droplets, I mean, rain. Green light. Okay, straight ahead. I'm going to do a little, at some point, what is this thing? Campers World, Edmund Road. I think this is Bethel Road ends, and okay, now I'm on Edmund Road. There's a business park or something back there to my right, I think. I think it said Business Parkway or something. I'm going to do some of this Edmund Road, cruise around a little bit, but at some point, I'm going to have to head back home. I mean, I covered some... I consider that Griswold High and all the schools, middle schools and all that, elementary and everything back there, kind of an important thing that I really didn't set out to do, but I did. I got the field in, a good look for people. What is this? Gear Tree Farm, yeah. The Gear family, legendary Christmas trees and, farming and vegetable, whatever they do. I mean, they're Christmas trees are the best. I mean, if you got a Gear Christmas tree for your house, I mean, that's the Rolls Royce of trees, Christmas trees, as far as I'm concerned. As we cruise up as Edmund Road, like Griswold experts would really know what's going on right now, but I don't. I mean, I don't know where I'm going to end up here. I really have no clue. A lot of really neat things to look at back there. There's a big little. Okay, there's Gears. I wish we could see it. I can see it because I can turn my head, but this camera I can't. There's a big area back there with a little, cabin or whatever it is, filled with fresh cut firewood, perfectly meticulously piled up and inserted. That's New England. Okay, that's what we're dealing with out here. Beautiful windy roads. Edmund Road, beautiful, nice windy country road. All right, there's a big giant either part of Patchogue or something over there to my right. Or it could just be a small pond, but there's a body of water over there. If you've never driven, if you're in the city and you've never driven these kind of roads, see these yellow signs with these arrows indicates a significant turn. We get a lot of those areas on, country roads like this Edmund Road. Now, where this ultimately leads, I don't know. This could bring me into Preston, or Plainfield. I'm heading in the opposite direction. Hopeville Hideaway Campground. Well, this could be Hopeville Pond. There's a body of water right there to my right. That could be Hopeville Pond. So we go over a bridge that was built in 2013. Yeah, I'm guessing that's Hopeville Pond. I'm not positive. It could be Glasgow Pond. It could be Patchogue, but I'm going to guess it's Hopeville Pond. I'm taking an educated guess, otherwise known as a theory. Let me take a left. I'm going to start working my way back home. Hopeville Pond State Park is to the right. Not going to go there. I'm going to do coverage of that. What is this? Bishop. I'll go straight for a little bit. These are... Oh, if I was smart, I'd start heading home. Let's go up Bishop Crossing Road and see what that does for us. 25 miles an hour. Again, narrow road. Out in the, I'm in Connecticut country driving right now. This is... People take it for granted. People live around here, they take it for granted. There's people all over the world that have never seen anything like what we're seeing right in front of us right now. I mean, the variety of trees, the variety of foliage, the ferns, all the natural vegetation around here. We don't even think about it. But it's important stuff. All right, seeing those yellow things indicating a severe turn. So I don't have a lead foot, okay? But if you do, those things could come in handy. Now, there's some kind of a farm up here, right in front of me. I don't know. Yeah, they got a big silo, beautiful view. I'd love to turn in there, but I can't. I think it's for sale. Wow, if somebody wants to buy a farm. It's on Bishop Crossing Road. That's for sale to the right as well. It could be part of the same property. I don't know. I mean, there's pastures and things out there for cows to graze. This road gets a little bit bumpy right around this area. This is obviously not a heavily traveled road at all. This is we're way out here. We're out in the deep woods. As the road becomes increased, I don't know if you can hear that. If the mic is picking up that, kind of, I don't want to say potholes, but a less even road. This is I almost feel like I'm driving into Patchogue State Forest. It's not giving me that, I have not seen signs or anything indicating that, so I would hate to break down out here. This is, I don't know if I would get good cell phone reception, or I'm just going to take a sneak peek at how many bars I have. I know I'm not supposed to do that. How many bars? You know, I get 2 bars, so... All right, wait a minute. Now, this leads to Gear Road. Gear Road. Let me take a left onto Gear Road. I'm working my way back home right now. I mean, the goal, it's 3:13 p.m. My goal is to start to at least use my mental compass and try to, you know, get back to Norwich. Once I see something I really know. I mean, Gear Road, the name Gear, as I mentioned earlier, with that beautiful Christmas tree farm and you know, the vegetables and everything that they I don't know exactly what they do. I know the Christmas trees, they're very, very well known and very famous for that. And they may do many, many other things. And if you know the answer to that, let me know. Okay, what is that? Okay, no outlet. Havy Lane. I just have a feeling I'm heading in the direction that I should be. Now, I've been wrong before. I mean, I'm human, but... All right, what is... Haley Meadow back there. But again, the goal right now, head back to Norwich, and I'll drive all the way to Norwich. I'll record the footage. I mean, it stopped raining. Hopefully I didn't get any water on the lens. That's always... But, you know, as I drive, it tends to dry off. If I've had occasion where I did get a drop right smack on the lens, and if I'm moving at a decent rate of speed, you don't have to go anything over 25 miles an hour, and it'll dry it off if there's no more rain coming. These beautiful roads. I love these New England windy roads cutting through the forest and the heavily wooded area. What have we here? Lily Pond Road. All right. I'm going to make an assumption, okay? I'm going to actually, left or right? Right feels like it would be leading me back towards Norwich. I have no idea. But Lily Pond Road, okay? So there's probably a pond around here with lilies on it. But boy, okay, I've been here. There's a cemetery. Yeah, to the left. There's a cemetery there. St. Mary's Cemetery. I've been down here. I might be in Plainfield. Technically I might be in Plainfield right now. I'm not sure, not positive. But I know for a fact I'm heading in the right direction if I want to get back to Norwich. But we have the fun of driving these cool roads. I mean, I told you earlier, this is a large car. Look at that beautiful, New England colonial house right in front of us right there. Look at that thing. It's beautiful. But I mentioned earlier this car, kind of tough maneuvering, a lot of the backing up and all this. But it's good for cruising these back roads because, it's wide. On some of the narrow roads, it's tricky. I'm going over, that bridge back there we went over a train track. But it's good for cruising these roads because this car is it's velvety smooth to drive. So when you cruise over these, New England back roads, it's a very pleasant experience. It's like driving on a cloud. This car, I tell you, it's an older vehicle, but when I bought it, I said, whoa, that's the nicest ride I ever had. There was a guy on YouTube, I'm not going to mention the make and model, But there was a guy on YouTube that said this particular car that I'm driving right now is the most... And this guy's got millions of followers. He's a, very well-known YouTube car expert. Said this particular car I'm sitting in right now, not to brag, this is pure luck. I saw this a few weeks ago. Is the most reliable car ever made. I'm not making this thing up. I don't want to divulge what I'm driving. It gives away some of the mystery, but when he said that, I was pretty happy. It's been extremely reliable. I'm going over another bridge. I'm going to guess it's that train track or maybe a river, but there's no name. I couldn't see over the edge. It's kind of a high... I'm on Plainfield Road at the moment. I think this is going to bring me into Jewett City. Clayville Brook. I saw a tiny sign back there. Clayville Brook. This may bring me through Plainfield. Okay, there's a sign right here to the right. Jewett City. Good. Just what I expected. It's been a while. I haven't been out here in a while. So this is going to bring us back through Jewett City. I'll work my way back to Norwich. I'll keep recording. I mean, there's no such thing as too much footage. I mean, if you don't want to watch what some people would consider the boring part about me driving back to Norwich or whatever, click this thing off. You're in full control of this video. You want to rewind something, fast forward, stop, look at the screen in a static position. Go for it. I mean, do whatever you want. I'm putting as much footage as humanly possible up on YouTube. That's what I've been doing for I don't know how many years. 10 years. I'll have to check, but check the date on my first video. I've been doing this for a long time. St. Mary's Church, Gagney Funeral Parlor. Now it's called Griswold Funeral Home. I guess they changed the name. And you got Brewitt City Pub. You guys looking at my GoPro. You got Dean's Diner right over there to the left. Okay. I mean, I'm in the heart of Jewett City, Connecticut. Main Street, guys. Right now, 92 degrees. Jewett City Pharmacy to my right. Jewett City Bank. This is Main Street. Historic buildings. Anthony's Hardware, Jewett City is there's the, town hall to my right, the library. They have a beautiful library. Jewett City is a beautiful, small New England town. What is it? Okay, yeah, Patchogue River. Okay, so this river, we're going to go over two rivers. This is the Patchogue River. Right now, it's going to bring us into Lisbon. So, okay, we're crossing from Jewett City, Griswold, into Lisbon, Incorporated, 1786 right now. We're going over another river. What is this? The Shetucket? I'm not sure. Let's see, the Patchogue River and Aaron Dwight Stevens Memorial Highway. Wow. Me not knowing that river. Quinnebog? It's got to be the Quinnebog. Yeah, we went over the Patchogue. That's the Quinnebog River. So I can go home on a variety of different ways. Let me take a... Whoa, think fast. Let me take a right. And that was River Road back there. So now we're on... I think this is Newent Road. And I'm heading back home. It's 3:22 p.m. This will be another beautiful road. Again, when I covered Lisbon, I covered this road. But, guys, again, if you want to turn the video off right now, it's up to you. If not, I'm going to keep gathering footage. I'm creating a library of video covering southeastern Connecticut, among other areas. Mostly southeastern Connecticut. Ross Hill Road to my right, I've covered that as part of my comprehensive Lisbon coverage. Whoa, this is risky. I'm glad I got a guy in front of me, because this is one 2-lane road turning into 1 lane because somebody's doing road work, or I don't know what they're doing back there. Maybe landscaping. But I covered, I may have 1,000 videos. I don't know. I have several hundred. Once I glanced, it was 600 and something. That's a long time ago. We're going under a train bridge that I've been told at times large trucks get stuck under there on occasion. Still on Newent Road. It's getting darker. Rain's potentially in the offing here. I haven't had to shut this thing down yet. I like to do one take on these videos if I can, as I've mentioned. But I have hundreds and hundreds of videos. I'm creating a lot. I'm not creating. I already have a library. A couple more drops just hit the windshield. We could be in trouble soon. And it's getting dark. Although to my left, the sky is completely blue. I mean, it makes no sense. Well, it makes sense if you live in this area, but it's just, visually at times it's tricky. I'm starting to hear drops come down. And more heavily. I'm going to shut things down. I'm not going to play around because I don't want to destroy my camera. Let me turn into this. You know what? I don't want to turn in there. Now you're going to actually see, I'm going to turn in here. You're going to see water on the camera right now. Let me get back here. I'll pull over real quick. Maybe we can get one final view, probably not. Right down there. I got to shut things down. All right. That's the end of the video.